Lagos is a major African financial center, a city described as the cultural, financial, and entertainment capital of Africa. Now, you see why talking about Lagos is serious business for us on the City of Lagos TV show. Welcome to the unique platform that showcases your great city on television. Thanks for joining us. The business of governance has been quite engaging for Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, in recent times. Let's now share with you latest developments from the office of the governor. The Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, was a special guest at the 90th anniversary celebration of the All Saints Anglican Church, Yaba, Lagos. The governor used the occasion to assure the church of his support of various projects of the religious institution.
This is not just a 90th celebration, it's also a call for service to the things of God. I've seen what Abba Kensington has done. Your son, your parishioner, a fellow Anglican, will not disappoint you. I certainly will do a lot much more than that. And I have whispers to both the chairman of the occasion and the chairman of the planning committee what I will do. You can be rest assured that it will take the building to a very, very, very level. Thank you all very much. It's indeed an honor to be with you this afternoon.
Mr. Governor received a high-powered team from PricewaterhouseCoopers recently on a courtesy visit to look at the power and relevance of digital technology to drive value in the public sector. The governor noted that quite a lot needs to be done in the technological space, with a pledge to work with the organization.
With technology, we certainly do understand and agree that indeed as a government, as a public sector entity, we can do a whole lot more using technology as an enabler in all spheres. It's digital skills, like you said, or even our processes, all the things that we're doing, access to information, access to services, payment solutions, just so much that we can still do. But Lagos, compared to probably other subnationals, are a bit ahead. There's so many of them that are trying to catch up, and really being because this place is also home to a lot of the tech startups in Africa, not only in Nigeria. Unicorn, smart guys, they are all here. Yesterday, we were all in a conference in Lagos, with CBN, on payment solutions and all of the things they've created. There's so many of them that are, here in Lagos. But as a government too, part of our responsibility, I'm still talking macro on a larger level, is really to create that infrastructural capability for technology to have a proper space and have that backbone to work.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu also received a delegation from France led by its ambassador to Nigeria to seek and discuss further collaboration with the state government in terms of investment support to the state. Mr. Governor, in his remark, noted the value the investments have been to the state, considering its developmental potentials.
You certainly need to be able to know what you're doing in this city, but it's a massive city. And because of that template, it puts a lot of responsibility on us as government, right? Whilst there could be a lot of challenges, we see those responsibilities as an opportunity, to change those narratives positively for our people. Because we know very quickly that if we do it well and get it right here in Lagos, there's a higher probability that a lot of people will have that economic benefit, and families in different parts of the country will, one way or the other, be affected positively. So that's a burden that all of us carry to ensure that not only do we open up this place, for economy, for commerce, we also make the place very safe and secure, for its population and for its visitors. Lagos continue to receive a decent amount of foreign direct investment, coming into the country. And that takes me to like an investment that AFT is making in here. It's not a grant, it's a loan that they have also done a lot of due diligence to show that indeed the state has a capacity to absorb this level of investment, right? And we're indeed very happy with that.
They recently organized RT 200 Non-Oil Export Summit 2022 by the Central Bank of Nigeria afforded the governor to tell the corporate world and critical stakeholders at the summit efforts of the Lagos State government to improve the ease of doing business in Lagos State. He also cited significant projects that will change the narrative to boost non-oil export in Lagos.
Conversation around growing our non-exports in Nigeria, it's a very germane one. And for us in Lagos, we see it as an opportunity to be able to improve on all of the issues and challenges that we have as a state. This is why I cannot but thank you enough, and also thank my brother Coco, the MD of MPA. You know too well what our efforts have been to be able to change the narrative and improve the issues around the ports. When we came in as a government, it was a campaign promise that we're going to reduce and improve the gridlock that we have in Apapa. I'm sure we're all testament to that today. Leaving here, the MD of MPA can get back to his office from here in 15 to 20 minutes with modest interventions and ensuring that on a daily basis we can clear the gridlock in Apapa. All of our modest intervention with MPA on the ETOL initiative and how it's working. And even if there are hiccups, we all can go back and make sure that we have a model that we can all be proud of. We know what has been the growth trajectory when the port was built several decades ago. But I'm happy to inform us that before the end of the year, Lagos should be handing over the Lekki ports for the use of all Nigerians to also be able to increase the space for our export market. The Lekki ports will be the biggest and the deepest deep sea port in the whole of West Africa, if not in Africa, and that will give an opportunity, a rightful choices to export producers and people in that space. And I've also confirmed that even the Badagry port, we're waiting to get a FEC approval, and so on the eastern part of Lagos in another couple of years, we should also have another Badagry port. So what you will see is really to be able to completely decongest the pressure that we have with the Apapa port and the Tinkan ports in Lagos. For us as a government is to continue to be able to come up with policies and programs that will ease the ease of doing business in our state and in our community.
Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu was present at the recent salt-turning ceremony of Falomo Towers. The governor commended the partners and was optimistic that the partnership for the development will be of great benefit to Lagosians.
This is a clear example of what the PPP model we've been talking about, right? Falomo has a long history of LSCPC being the biggest, property company in Lagos State, being the biggest landowners in Lagos State. And they realized, at that time that, yes, this is what we're at 40, 50 years ago. In today's reality, we cannot compete with other players. We need to be able to hand over our skills, but look for, right partners. And in right partner, we have found happy land. We are turning the sword. And I'm sure by the grace of God, we'll all be alive to when we're doing the real handing over of Falomo Towers. Now in the heart of Ikoyi, all in Lagos, and we are all blessed. And so when we put our mind to things, with a mind of possibility, great things can happen. And I want to thank first everyone, from the chairman of House Holding, Mr. Tony Elumelu, for putting together the financial package that will make sure that this thing succeeds. The monies that we're going to be spending there is a lot more now than what was thought of then. But it's also a bigger transaction that speaks to the reality of today. A lot of our youth, a lot of our young people, I can see all these beautiful ladies, they need accommodation. And they want to have the accommodation in the heart, in the center of where they all grew up. This is for you. So you start saving for Falomo Towers. You start saving for Falomo Heights, because it will be a place where all of you will be truly, truly proud of.
And finally, from the governor's office, the Lagos State Governor was at the meeting of Body of Attorney General of States of the Federation. He used the occasion to challenge the legal bigwigs to give proper direction to governance, both at the state and federal level.
But really, it's about you, our Attorney Generals. It's about that very, very important role that all of us that are governors, that are executives, have asked you to come and help us do. You know too well that in the Constitution, it's only Attorney General that the Constitution says we should appoint. Once you have your Attorney General with you, you don't even need commissioners or special advisors again. So that goes to explain, how important and how critical your roles are for us. And I keep saying this, the best executives, individuals, get it all done when you have a good lawyer beside you, when you have a good legal view and opinion that is advising you and setting you on the right path. And so all of the things that he had said this morning are things that truly really we require. We need you to be frank with us, we need you to be very objective, we need to be very critical to ensure that indeed the promise that we have given to our people, because we have said that we want to come and lead, we want to come and govern, but you need to help us navigate and ensure that we're on the right path, we're doing the things, properly, and we're facing that job, without fear or favor. And I want to say to you that this is your very first engagement, shouldn't be your last. You should indeed, set, very, very stringent targets for yourself where you can bring about robust conversations, points that we can use to take our country to a very higher level.
And that's a wrap from the office of Mr. Governor on the City of Lagos TV show. The show will continue in a moment.
Hello, Lagosians. My name is Omotola Rotimi. I'm the Administrator General and Public Trustee for Lagos State. Are you in dire straits? You don't know what to do about how you're going to share your inheritance, or you don't even know how to obtain your letters of administration, or even the death benefits of your loved ones? I assure you that when you come to my office of the Administrator General and Public Trustee, your inheritance is assured. You will get all that you are entitled to, and you will walk away with a smile. And I also want to use this medium to thank the Governor of Lagos State for the work that he has been doing for encouraging this office to ensure that we bring access to the doorsteps of the needy, the less privileged, the elderly, the young ones, and even the rich people of Lagos State. Lagosians, in line with the themes agenda of Mr. Governor, I can assure you that you're going to get a good, efficient, speedy access to justice when you obtain your letters of administration, and of course, when you are partitioning the estates of your beloved ones. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, àjùmọ̀ṣe gbogbo wa ni o.
You're still watching the City of Lagos TV show. And today we're going to be taking a look at a very critical issue. Do you know that it's not just about living in Lagos or bearing the name which is popularly known as a Lagosian, but it's of course of critical importance to obtain an official resident status permit or card to actually determine your status in a great city like Lagos. And so the critical elements of strategic importance for a greater Lagos is security for residents and of course official residency status. There is a critical agency saddled with the responsibility to ensure that all Lagosians, you and I, have that official status. That agency is a Lagos State Residents Registration Agency, LASTRA. It's our pleasure to welcome the General Manager of this very critical agency, Engineer Mrs. Ibilola Kasimu. Madam, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Can you tell us what is the vision, mission statement, and mandate of LASTRA, and how effectively has the agency worked in line with the themes agenda of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu?
The mandate for LASTRA was to create an updatable database of all residents of Lagos State, with the mission of us identifying every single resident in Lagos to create an updatable and accurate database where every single resident of the state has a unique identification number and a card to go with it. In line with the theme's agenda, what we've created now, or recreated, because initially what LASRA would issue you was just a plain identity card. But we've gone ahead with development and technology where we're talking about the Smart City Initiative. What better way for you to actually make a city smart is by having a smart card for a smart city. A card that has multi-purposes. It has so many functions and benefits associated with it for every resident of the state, regardless of your state of origin, your nationality. For security purposes, that means every resident in Lagos can easily be identified. And the card is a multi-purpose card, and when I say multi-purpose card, it actually has a chip in it. It's a contactless card. It has 28 applets. The 28 applets is actually residing on the chip, and what it means is that we've combined 28 functional cards into one card, so that you don't need multiple cards to live in Lagos. You have just this one card that can be used for identification. You can use it for payment. It comes enabled to be used on any POS, any ATM. You can actually withdraw money. It comes with a wallet account associated with it. So it's not associated with any of your current accounts. It comes with its own account. And with that account, you can use it as a form of payment on the buses, hotels, leisure, social, welfare, whatever it is. This is my card. So what we've been doing for the past 2 years is developing this card, working with financial institutions. We have several partnerships where they are the ones responsible for holding the bank account. So it's not a Lagos State bank. It is actually one of the existing banks that is partnering with us for this. And it goes through the same interchange for interbank exchange and all. So this is the card, and it's the same card that you can use on blue buses, the last mile buses, on the ferries, and when the trains do come, you can also use it to pay. It has multiple functions. We're working with the health agency, LASHMA, as well, so that this card will be acceptable in any of their health facilities. It can also store information on one of the applets, so that your health insurance details would be stored on the card. You don't need to carry an additional card for that. And there's so many other functions that can be added onto the card.
So GM, this is quite fantastic. I don't have mine. So how do Lagosians get this card?
Right now we have a database. We have approximately about 6 million people in our database. We would have had a lot more than that. But what we found over time is that we have residents that are registering more than 2 times, or more than 1 time at least. At least some have registered twice, thrice, and all. And we have a sophisticated system in place that would filter out multiple registrations, and we would only accept 1. So once your fingerprint, your biometrics is in the system, and the system picks it up, it would associate it with all your multiple identities. So that's why it gives a unique identity for every person. This registration started as far back as 2013. We have people that have moved away from Lagos. Unfortunately, we've lost some of the people in our database. We have people that have changed their names or addresses, or they want to update their records. So what we're calling out now, what we've started with our advocacy, is for people to actually go on our website to go and validate their records. People that registered before 2018, we expect them to go to the portal, www.lagosresidents.gov.ng, and there's a validation portal that they can click on, validate their records. And once they validate their records, it goes into the central database once it has been identified as a unique identity, and then those cards will be produced. And once those cards are produced, we would let all residents know where to pick up their cards.
GM, as a cosmopolitan city with a huge growing population, can you tell us what is the mode of operation and administrative function of LASTRA to actualize its set objectives?
We have a presence in every local government office in Lagos. So we have 20 local governments and 37 LCDAs. and we have a presence in each of them. So we have an office where residents can go in to go and register. We also have 3 premium lounges for people that may not want to go to the local governments to go and register. These premium lounges actually charge for you to come in because of the comfort and whatever amenity they offer as well. So we have one, the island, we have one in Surulere, and we have one in Ikoyi as well. We also have partnerships with some enrollment agents where some private sector companies have come in and partnered with us. They're assigned to different local governments as well so that they can move around to register residents.
Accurate data gathering is critical for an agency like Lastra. What is the efficiency level of data gathering information of Lastra?
What we have to ensure that we have unique identities is the ABIS system, and that would actually identify duplicates and filter that out. Like I said, we have over 6 million people in our database, but actual unique identities is just over 5 million because we have duplicates in the system. And what we also have in the back end, which is infrastructure in the back end that actually sorts out all the information. Our data set is quite a wide range. So we have your phone number, your first name, your middle name, we have your date of birth, as well as your fingerprints. So your biometric data, your picture, your signature, and your 10 fingerprints are also collected to ensure that at the end, what you get is a unique identity. And we're NITDA compliant with every regulation for data privacy and all.
Can you tell us, since you came on board as a general manager, what are the various initiatives, programs, and notable achievements of the agency under your able leadership? And possibly share with us any challenge or challenges of the agency.
So I came on board in September 2019. And like I said, what was being issued was just a plain identity card for identification purposes. And we decided to upgrade it to a smart card that could do more. It had to carry more benefits for residents other than just another card to put in the wallet. What we also have is that at the point of registration, it's real time. There's an online portal where you can pre-register, and then you're generated a code at the end on your phone or tablet or whatever form of gadget you use for accessing the internet. So basically, you can actually do that from the comfort of your home and then proceed to any of our registration offices to go and complete your registration. So within 24 hours of registration, we would have cleaned out your data to identify if you're a unique identity or you actually are a duplicate. As part of our achievements, we also have the financial inclusion aspect, where every single resident now has a bank account associated to them. That is huge, especially in the financial sector. So of the underserved, regardless of your corporate status, doesn't exclude you from certain benefits like loans and all, which they probably couldn't access before. So that's a major thing. Then we're partnering with the private sector, where they are actually going out as enrollment agents. So there's job creation as well. So a lot of them have 2-3 people associated with one device so that they can actually go into the nooks and crannies of Lagos. With regards to human capacity development, they all undergo training to a certain extent because there's so many new technologies being introduced, as well as even the staff here. A lot of them now understand a lot of things because technology is moving at an astronomical pace. Fintech is big. Data is the new currency. So there's a lot of ongoing training in how we can use our data successfully as a state government, because the major thing is we need it for planning purposes, for how we can plan infrastructure deployment, development, social development, welfare packages for our residents. There's so many things that if we had the data, the demographics of certain areas, it would ensure government is actually utilizing money efficiently. With regards to our challenges, the major challenge is getting our residents to register. So because there's no compelling reason for registration, other than people that actually require it. Because now, before you can enroll your child in any of our state schools, you need to be registered with LASRA, and that's you and your child. For certain other grants and all that, LSCTF, which is the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, it's a prerequisite for you to access any of their programs. Those are a few other compelling reasons for residents to register. Before we can enforce, we need a lot of advocacy. And our advocacy is coming from a benefits point of view, where we're telling residents what they stand to gain by being registered with LASRA. Apart from the unique identity it gives you access to a lot of state programs. We want to ensure that people know what to do, why they should do it before any enforcement. So we're very, very, very high on advocacy right now, trying to bring the benefits of the registration to the residents.
What are the future projections and plans of LASTRA moving forward?
So we hope that this card is your one card that you need as a resident in Lagos to live in Lagos, where this card is of great benefit to you, be it social, health, education. It's the one card that you need for access to all government services. That's where we're going. So, like I said before, a smart card for a smart city.
On a final note, what is your word of assurance and encouragement to Lagos residents and, of course, your stakeholders?
Lagos residents, I'd like to encourage you all to register for the Lagos State Resident Card. Now, this easily gives you a unique form of identification. It encourages financial inclusion. It also drives the smart city agenda, because it's a smart card for a smart Lagos. And basically what it ensures is that the government knows how to help you, where to come in. Your communities where you live, we need to know the demographics around you, so we know if we need to provide more health centers or general hospitals, more tertiary education facilities, or more secondary schools. There's so many amenities. The old people's home, vulnerable people. We need to know where you are resided so that we can actually come to your help. There are welfare packages. And wouldn't it be nice if when the government is addressing you, they can address you by your name and by your unique identity? So I encourage you all, please register today and be part of the plan for a greater Lagos. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. We
want to thank you, the General Manager of LASTRA, for coming on the City of Lagos TV show. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be speaking with the General Manager of the Lagos State Residents Registration Agency, LASTRA, Engineer Mrs. Ibilola Kasimo, telling us about the great advantages of getting the resident card. Wouldn't it be nice to be a true and authentic resident of Lagos? I'm sure you will. The City of Lagos TV show will continue in a moment.
I wouldn't see myself collecting 5,000 naira to sell my destiny and the destiny of my children. But I understand there's a level of education going on now, especially among the youths and the undecided because of a certain candidate. Former voters' apathy is disappearing gradually. Some youths just became of age. Some were not up to 18. So if you go to registration centers, so many people are queuing up to register, unlike before. They do not even know the consequences of their actions. Some people are microwave thin. They want instant gratification. They don't think about tomorrow. They don't think about the consequences. So if you sell your destiny now, I don't know what will become of your tomorrow. So you can't eat your tomorrow today.
Unemployment is the basic reason why they collect money. But collecting money has nothing to do with who they will vote for. So personally, I have my own candidate. Giving me money doesn't change my person. What is the reason for giving? You vote for their candidate. If you give me, I collect, but I won't vote for your candidate. I will vote for my own candidate. So giving has nothing to change my mind.
Once the foundation is not well built, the structure of the house will not stand well. Nigerians are hungry. But one thing they refuse to realize is this: whatever you are collecting, it's times 4. Because you're going to suffer it for 4 good years. when you are receiving 13,000 naira a month. So what do you buy with it? They will never increase your money because they will always want to buy your votes. They want you to come in at any point in time. Any time like this, they want to see you.
Basically, it is poverty. Once the poverty of the country is solved, people will fall in place. There may not even be crime. They may not. You can imagine somebody that is waking up on daily basis without even any 10 naira or 5 naira. Is bound to do a lot of so many things, illegal things, and it's not good for this country. The leadership should wake up. They should wake up for their responsibilities. They should wake up and do the needful. Are we in millions? Are those people in millions? If they are really in millions and we have so many of such people, then they will vote for the right set of people. But we don't have such people in this country. They are not as many as you think. They might be in millions, but the poverty is just too much in the country. And the percentage is very high. It's unfortunate.
It's condemnable, but at the same time, if you see an offense, we must equally look into what brings about it. The so-called leaders, political leaders, over time, for many years now, they have weaponized hunger. They cause starvation in the midst of plenty. So people have been so pushed to the extreme that everybody is fighting for survival, not even to achieve anything, to build house or buy car or do some major projects. Many people just every day they wake up hoping just to survive. Some people in this country struggle to even see garri to drink. Even to buy that garri now is too expensive. There are some people that earn their daily living on daily basis. Maybe their daily income is 1,000, 2,000. So they find it, the politicians have created that foundation that will give room for people to say their votes. So that's why whenever they bring any little amount, 5,000, 2,000, some even recharge card, some people will jump to it. I vowed, I'd rather don't vote than to collect their money.
Lagos, let's put you on another electrifying mood to make your weekend great like never before on Entertainment Lagos on the City of Lagos TV show. What are you waiting for? Let's go there first with Entertainment Gist. I'm your host, Joy Olaide. First on Entertainment Gist. Billboard, the official music chart of the United States, has announced Wizkid's song Essence as the longest charting African song. Also, his fourth studio album, Made in Lagos, was confirmed as the longest charting African album. This has made Wizkid the longest charting African artist on Billboard. Congrats, Wiz! His Daniel song Boga Lo 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 Lo, which features techno, has become the third most streamed song of 2022, number 38 most heard song on radio, and number 10 overall song of 2022 so far. This is based on the media data compiled by Turntable Charts. In the same vein, after his massively successful recent UK tour, Nigerian superstar Kiss Daniel has announced his US Afro Classic tour dates. The tour is set to kickstart from July 1st to July 30th, 2022, and is going to be a 10-day tour of sold-out venues across the major cities in USA, including New York City and Atlanta. Global Afrobeat superstar CK has become the second most streamed Afrobeat artist after surpassing 1.2 billion streams. Finally, on Entertainment Just, let's now reveal to you 5 Nollywood actors who are married to fellow Nollywood stars: Joke Silva and Olu Jacobs, Adesuwa Itomi and Banky Wellington, Toyin Abraham and Kolawole Ajiyemi, Gloria and Norbert Young, and Bimpe Oyebade and Lateef Adedimeji. And that's it on Entertainment Gist. Let's now bring to you our Gospel Artist of the Week. This guy rocks.
Hello, ẹ̀yin tèmi lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ Lagosians. My name is Oluwagbonmi Ido Sunday, your gospel artist of the week on Entertainment Lagos on the City of Lagos TV show. It's Hallelujah time with me. I will be right back. I am right back with you. Yes, my full name are Oluwagbowumi Ido Sunday. I am from Ogotun, Ekiti, Ilawe local government, Ekiti state. Have been in the music industry right from my young. Hey, my mentors are Ebenezer Obey, Dunsin Oyekan, and Frank Edward. My music career has been wonderful. When God Almighty has called you, Satan also is there to influence you in so many ways. But ability for you to stick with God, you face a lot of challenges. And by the grace of God, I overcome them all. The kind of my music is worship, contemporary worship, praise. You know, when you worship God, a lot of things will happen to you. By the grace of God, to God glory, have got more than 40 songs. I have about 5 albums and a lot of singles outside there. One of my favorite songs is God Cannot Fail. I have one that people are using, Emilo Tosi, Kere Anugba, and people are well blessed through the song. Hello Lagosian, let me treat you to one of my hit songs titled Orúkọ Jésù Eléṣọ́ Agbára Ni. The name of Jesus is the strong tower. Ẹ wo ẹ̀yin ẹ máa jẹ ẹ máa kó jẹ mò ń bọ̀.
Ṣé ti gbọ́ o? Ṣé ti gbọ́ o? Ṣé ti gbọ́ o? Ṣé ti gbọ́ o? Ṣé ti gbọ́ ní orúkọ Jésù, orúkọ tó ju orúkọ lọ? Ṣé ti gbọ́ ní orúkọ Jésù, orúkọ tó ju orúkọ lọ? Ṣé ti gbọ́ ní orúkọ Jésù, orúkọ tó ju orúkọ lọ? Ṣé ti gbọ́ ní orúkọ Jésù, orúkọ tó ju orúkọ lọ?
the lover of Oluwagbumi, aka Ayomitide, please just go to my YouTube page, Oluwagbumi Idowu TV, Spotify. You will see all my musical songs there. My social media handles are Facebook, Idowu Sunday Oluwagbumi, Instagram, Idowu Sunday Oluwagbumi, Twitter, Praise Gate Band. And God will bless you. Just support your brother, you know. Lagosian, it has been fun with me. I want you to drop a parting word. Your hunger, your thirsty will not be enough when you don't strive in order to know your Creator the more, the power of His restoration, and the fellowship of His suffering, which may conformable unto His death. God bless you. Emi ọmọ yín ti ń lọ o. I want to leave you with this song titled God Cannot Fail. Listen to it and you will be blessed.
I have a God that cannot fail. 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 His name is Elohim, His name is Adonai, His name is beautiful, His name is El, His name is Holy. I have a God that can never fail.
Laughter and fun is our trademark on Entertainment Lagos. Hope you had a nice time. See you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.
For every Lagosian to key into the greater Lagos vision, it requires total commitment and belief in the Lagos project. Keep loving Lagos until we come your way again next week. Thanks for watching.